Okay, here we go. Hello. Okay, I'm just double checking from my computer as well that everything is fine. Alright, basically it's Sylvia here, hello, and I'm sharing this time with you today because I'd like to spend some words about the preparation to the moon phase. Usually during the month we jump live and we share rituals for the new moon or the full moon, but what does happen some days before actually this phase? These are very important days because we prepare ourselves to enter the new cycle. So each month with the new moon, a new cycle begins, and we have the opportunity to get clear about what we want to focus on, to create for the next 4 weeks ahead. And it's important to get ready for it because otherwise you arrive with a new moon and you don't really know what's going on out there in the cosmos, which are maybe some interesting planetary aspects, or I don't know if a new moon is an eclipse, or it's a super moon or a blue moon like we had last month. So it's very interesting to get ready just a few days before the new moon and have your research. So I had mine. This is something new for me as well because I was used to just, on the day of the new moon or on the day of the full moon to have some research, have my ritual, journal, and, have some time for myself to focus on my needs. And I am actually starting to prepare some days in advance, so I have more time. I don't feel the rush. I am relaxed. And actually, this is something, it's a research that I did last week, but then I was pretty much busy here at home with my kids and all the stuff. Kids are on holiday now, so I had less time available for myself, and I always wanted to share this with you, and finally here I am today. So let me just check again. Okay, I truly wanted to check the light, because from here, let me see this. Okay, let me see, this is fine. Alright then, anyway, so new moon. Upcoming new moon, we have a new moon reaching its top on the 15th of this week. So the 15th is on Thursday. It can be on Friday for who's living in Australia. All right, so let me see just one more thing here. Okay. So let's get started. This is a new moon happening at 27 degrees Aquarius at 10:05 p.m. for me, Central European time. Then you can check your time converter and you can check what time is it where you live. So what do I do? First of all, I get some stuff with me. The first one is my natal chart. Here it is, okay? And I actually use 2 of them. I use my natal chart and I also use my sun return chart. Every year I check my sun return as well, and this helps me to have, let's say, an overview on my astrological year from birthday to birthday. So I bring both of them with me, and then I check where is in my chart 27 degrees Aquarius. So checking my let me take it actually out of here so you can see better. Checking my natal chart from here, I check Aquarius 27, and for me it's here, so in my 8th house. Then I have a look to my solar return as well, and for me 27 degrees, it's in my 9th house for my sun return. So this is just something that I love to know, because I've also noticed that according to the house of my chart where the moon Excuse me for the noise. All right, there we go. According to the house of my chart where the moon actually falls, I can get some more hints as well. And this is something that you can do by your own. You can use some sites on the web, or you can ask an astrologer to go through your sun return. All right, so I checked this, and then I have a research about the astrological aspects of the moon. And this is particularly interesting because there is actually more than one aspect that we can go through together. I'm just sharing them with you, and then you can, you know, take notes, have your own research, or post some questions maybe, and just double check within yourself how all these details, how all these things resonate for you. So first of all, this new moon, it's also a solar eclipse. It's a partial one, and this means that the moon will be actually aligned, almost aligned with the sun and the earth. It will be in between the sun and the earth, and so at a certain point we will see the sun becoming darker because the moon will go over the sun. And this means that the sun and the moon are conjunct. They are actually both at 27 degrees Aquarius. So this is a very special meeting. It's the meeting between the masculine, the sun, and the feminine, the moon. So just, you know, take notes or listen and attune with what I'm saying, with what I'm sharing with you, and feel what this means for you, this encounter between the masculine and the feminine. It is also interesting, in my opinion, that it just happens one day after Valentine. This week we also have Valentine, and this is an opportunity to focus on love, on relationship. And it appears that the new moon solar eclipse just comes to highlight even more the importance of relationship in our life. So maybe, you know, double check within you. How's your relationship situation? I mean, the relationship within you, relationship between maybe your partner or your family members, or a special one you have in your life, or your friends. This is a theme to highlight and to explore as well with this upcoming new moon. Also, when we have this conjunction between the sun and the moon, imagine these two celestial bodies. They are so powerful. The sun is our greatest star, and the moon is this so powerful satellite that goes round and round the earth, and we are dancing with the sun and the moon. We, earth, we are dancing with the sun and the moon. And so when the sun and the moon meet themselves, this also is the symbol of all possibilities that are available for us. It's a new beginning, so it's a new door that opens up for us, that starts to open up for us. So this is one of the most important aspects, to focus on our future, on the desires we have for our future, always working from the present, because obviously we create the future from the present. Also, there are some other conjunctions that are very interesting, and I want to share with you. The first one is the conjunction with Mercury, that will be always in Aquarius at 25 degrees. And then there are two asteroids as well, very interesting, with Juno and Aegea. The first at 26 and the second at 24 degrees Aquarius. So they are all there, all together, Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Juno and Aegea as well. So the theme here, the theme for this new moon, it's about ideas, communication, because of the influence of Mercury, and transportations as well, new awareness, freedom, because we are in the sign of Aquarius, that it's all about being independent, be free, and look boldly towards the future. Then it's about technologies as well. Maybe some new technologies will be discovered or will be presented to us, and they will help us to make our life easier. There will be conversations, topics, meetings, especially through internet, because of this Mercury that is the messenger, and so because of the Aquarius as well that rules all the technologies, it will be something about internet meeting. Maybe you go to a special site for meeting, or you just use your Facebook Live, or you will connect through the internet with someone, maybe from the past, or a new friend, a new person who will become a dear one for you. It's also an interesting and powerful moment to start something new through internet. For example, your website or your blog that you always wanted to start, or maybe start writing a book, your book, the one you had into the drawer, or buying and selling stuff. These are the topics in general, the themes for this new moon solar eclipse. I want now to share with you the other. Actually, we have several. I'm going to share all with you. Then you will pick what is most interesting for you. All the other aspects, we have these conjunctions with the asteroid Juno and Aegea. And I just want to say, asteroid Juno, it's about marriage, union, associations of women, for example, sacred circles of women. And also Juno was the lunar goddess. And it was meant to symbolize childbearing age, puberty, childbirth, sacred marriage. So here we've got, again, highlighted this theme of the relationship and the union between masculine and feminine. And Aegea, it's another asteroid, always in Aquarius, 24th degrees. It's about health, medicine, hygiene, healers such as doctors, for example, operations, diet, diseases, fear, for example, fear of being poisoned, or fear about some medical results. So, this is another interesting topic. It's about our health, how we take care of ourselves, because one of the most important relationships we have, it's the one with ourselves. So it's about being healthy inside and outside. And inside, I mean being healthy by having positive thoughts, positive emotions, taking care of nurturing your inner self, such as your outer self, your body. Maybe, go for a massage, go to the beautician, and also move your body. Keep your body healthy through movement. Then we have another interesting sextile. This means that these planets are 60 degrees apart. And we have the sextile between the Sun and the Moon. Obviously, they are conjunct because it's a solar eclipse. So Sun and Moon are in the same position with Uranus. So here it's about discussion that can be surprise. They can have surprises. There can be something surprisingly frank and open-minded that will show up. And in regards of the scientific field, it can be something unexpected, such as some discoveries. And it can also be, and this is very interesting actually, about fertility and pregnancy, because of the conjunction with Juno as well, that, as I said just a few minutes ago, it's about childbearing, it's about women and childbirth as well, and this powerful lunar goddess. So it's like the goddess that embodies the femininity. So it can be something interesting and very unexpected to show up in regards of these aspects. This is Very interesting. Hello everyone, I'm seeing some of you jumping live. Julia, Tasneem, Rachel, welcome everyone. I'm double checking from my computer as well. So welcome, I'm just sharing with you some of my notes in preparation of the new moon this Thursday. And I'm actually sharing for now some of the astrological aspects that can be particularly interesting to know. And I invite you to maybe take some notes if you feel like, or just, you know, double check within yourself and feel what these aspects mean for your life and how they resonate for you. Maybe you can get some hints. For example, as I was going through this research of mine and finding out these things, I felt, I have to say, totally aligned. It's so magical because, you know, just a few days before to go through my research, I listened to myself and I let my needs and my feelings to emerge. And then through the research, I just found out that actually the cosmic aspects, the astrological aspects, were just perfect for the way I was feeling. So maybe you can find a resonance as well with what you are going through. Then let me keep on going, keep on sharing with you something else. Because the sextile is actually a positive aspect in astrology with Uranus, this means that in case we will have some debates or some discussions, some very, how can we say, very unexpected conversations, they will bring something positive, something new and unexpected and positive, because there is this sextile between Sun, Moon and Uranus. And so these, let's call it news. It can be about some positive changes for you, some personal developments that maybe will make you feel more free, and you maybe have some more choices in front of you. Isn't this just great? I like it. Then there is something else that is very interesting about Uranus. Uranus actually takes away the inhibitions to show who you are and to share who you are, your thinkings as well, your feelings with the outer world. So maybe something that you have been hiding, you may feel ready to share it, to say it, to tell it, to show up and stand for it, your authentic self. And there will also be something related to your independence that will show up. Maybe showing up with this strong pull of Uranus will be about being independent for you. It will be like an act of independency, showing to the world who you are. Hey, look at me, I'm here, this is me, this is what I think, this is what I believe in, this is what I want to stand for. And by doing this, by sharing it with the world, I feel independent, because I feel that I don't have to explain to anyone why I'm feeling this way, why I am this way, but I'm just sharing it with you so that we can both be empowered. This is a very interesting aspect. Then let me check. There are obviously the sextile is also with Mercury and the two asteroids, Juno and Aegea. So there will be a focus on the awareness, on mental issues, and as I said, something regarding fertility and on birth control as well. And maybe something related to postnatal moods or women's issues. This is a new moon solar eclipse that brings a lot of feminine energy, of feminine flavor. It's about women. It's about women becoming independent and showing up for who they are. It's about women taking care for themselves, for their body, for their internal self, let me say, the way they eat. I just want to say here that we nurture ourselves beyond food. We nurture ourselves through the relationships we have, the vibes we surround ourselves with. Can be the music we listen to, the people we talk to, the books we read, the places where we go. What is it? The shows we decide to watch on TV, the people we decide to follow here on Facebook. You know, these are all different kinds of food that we decide every day, every minute of our life to nurture ourselves with. It's not just about food like fruits or, you know, pasta, rice, whatever you like to eat. It's about some other ingredients. Everything around us has the power to feed us. Taking a sip of water now. Okay, so let's carry on. Then there is another interesting aspect with Sun, Moon, and Jupiter. That is at 22 degrees Scorpio. In this case, we have a square. And this may mean that because Jupiter is the planet of the expansion, all things good, this can mean that the positive changes brought by Uranus, we just talked about them, we need to be careful to avoid to bring them to the extreme. So we may have the opportunity to introduce something new in our life, new ideas, new changes, new perspectives. We just need to be careful to introduce them with care, because when they are too extreme, they can affect, maybe not in a so positive way, other areas of our life and other people as well who are close to us. So let's just be careful about these new things we want to introduce in our life, and let's take this as the opportunity to just focus on maybe one or a few things that are most important for us, so that we can truly narrow down the effects of the square with Jupiter. Yes, it's like an alert to be moderate, and to be moderate with changes, and, you know, consider that they can be controversial for other people. Maybe we can bother other people with our choices, and when we bother other people, then in a way we can affect our well-being and our inner peace as well. So let's just be moderate, and let's take this new moon as a springboard to our future, with also, I want to say, a retro taste of wisdom. Yes. There is something else that I want to underline with you, and it's actually the sextile that is a positive aspect between Venus and Saturn. So you may know that Venus is the planet of love, all things beauty, and it's very feminine. It's about relationships as well. And Saturn is the great teacher. So Saturn comes to teach the lesson to us. It's very raw and straight, and it wants us to learn through pain sometimes, through challenges. And it does so because at the end we become stronger. And this sextile with Venus, the planet of love, and especially because we have Valentine's Day, it brings a note of commitment, of serious commitment. So you may feel that maybe if you are dating or if you are in an established relationship, maybe you want more. You feel that you want more. Let's say that you are dating and you'd love to be engaged and then plan your wedding. Let's say that you are married. Maybe you feel that you are ready to go to the next level with your husband or wife. And let's say that you are ready for a relationship. You feel that this is the moment when you can meet your soulmate. So someone truly special, someone you will feel 100% ready to commit with. So I love this because it's about commitment in love, and I truly love this. I'm actually in the group of people who feels truly ready for a committed relationship. So when I saw this aspect, I was all woohoo! This is a great time. Yes, I'm going for sure to make some decision about my love life with this new cycle. So yes, you may feel this attraction for long-term relationships, long-term commitments, and maybe you will be attracted by someone who is much older than you or much younger than you. Very interesting. Let's carry on. I got some other notes. I almost finished with the astrological notes. Actually, I also want to share with you the other square between Mars at 12 degrees Sagittarius and Neptune at 13 degrees Pisces. So these are all aspects that you can actually check online. You can print easily an astrological map of the sky for the 15th, wherever you are in the world. You check your time. It's 10:05 p.m. Central European time, so you just double check the time converter for your time zone. You go to an astrological site and you put the date, the time, the place, and you get